Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Estate 101. I'm Kailey Fuzy.
I'm Jackson Stanford.
And we're with Keller Williams Realty at the Beach Team. Today we're going to be talking to people who are looking to build their wealth and create financial freedom while owning a place here at the beach, specifically buyers who are looking to get their foot in the door and not sure where to start. Today we're going to be covering a location that we would recommend to our investor buyers. That's going to be a great place to get your foot in the door, and we're going to be talking about the area and how to go about that.
Yeah, so today we're going to look at 30A West. 30A is a really, really cool spot down here. I mean, it's so unique to not only the Destin area, but, anywhere in the country. I don't think I've ever been anywhere like it. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. And basically the way 30A works is it's a collection of beach towns along this 30A, which 30A is the beach road, the highway that runs parallel to the Gulf of Mexico down here. And so if you take a look at this map, you've got all these little beach towns that nestle up against the water. And what's really cool about 30A is each of those little towns has their own vibe. They have their own architecture that every building follows. They have their own restaurants. They have their own shopping. And so it makes a really, really cool stay while you're down here. And, it's a place that we really, really like and a lot of our clients like as well.
Yeah, not one of these little areas is going to be the same. They're all unique. They all have their own vibe. So it's really cool to just drive through there. And so there really is a place for everyone, depending on what you're looking for. So here are a few pictures to get a taste of what 30A West looks like. The different places, the different locations, all very unique. So we have amazing restaurant.
You got Shunt Gully right here. It's a great restaurant. There's some great nightlife here. You've got AJ's. You've got a couple bars. It's a really cool spot. And then, one of the local favorites down here is the Red Bar. There's always live music, great food in there. And then I know when we talk about anything down here, this is what everyone comes to see.
30A West, as you can see, you're never going to run out of things to do. There's people for all ages. You're going to have beautiful homes. Of course, you're going to have your beautiful white beaches and the emerald water. It's truly a place to be.
So yeah, 30A is a huge lifestyle market. With the shopping, the entertainment, and then obviously, like you mentioned, the beautiful white sandy beaches. It's kind of the place to be down here. And, I was talking to a buyer the other day. He said, I've got some extra cash. I'm looking to invest, which is always great. He says, I'm thinking about investing in real estate and, maybe Northwest Florida. And, we started talking for a while and he says, I really care to rent it out when I'm not going to be there with my family, make a little bit of passive income. But I'm also really, really passionate about, getting the tax breaks benefits that go along with that. And so eventually we kept talking and, we kind of landed on 30A West. He really liked the vibe. He'd been there a couple of times. He says he loves the way people ride their bikes up and down the street. Everyone's laissez-faire, going out, enjoying the sun, walking with their families. Then, there's also the great avenues as far as, shopping and dining and spending time with people like that. And so, it was kind of the best of both worlds. He's going to get a house down there where he can come down with his family and make amazing memories, have some great experiences. And then while he's not here, he can rent that out to some renters who can come in, help pay some of his costs associated with his mortgage, other factors, And so then at the end of the day, he's actually be turning a profit while owning this insane asset that over the next 30 years is going to do wonderful things, because 30A is the place to be down here and it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, for sure. 30A West is extremely sought after. And right now I feel like we're typically talking to our lifestyle investors. So like you said, Jackson, if you're looking for a place at the beach, what we're hearing kind of right now is people who have really great jobs and they have some extra money. And a lot of people think I can't afford the place at the beach, but you don't need the really big house that costs so much money. You really only need the money for the down payment. And once you get your hands on the money for that down payment, you have your foot in the door, you have an investment, you're going to look up in 10 years and it's going to have appreciated. So it's going to be worth a lot more. And then also you have a place at the beach. So when you're ready to come down on vacation, you have your spot secured. You're not going to have to worry about looking for somewhere to stay. And then while you're not here, you'll have people paying for you and making you money.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. A lot of people, when they start, learning about 30A and just, the price point, they just think it's an insane barrier of entry. I'll never be able to own a place on 30A. And, maybe you're not going to own the Mac Daddy right on the beach, right out of the gate. But 30A does have some affordability where, you can get in at various price points. We're going to take a look here at a couple of houses. This house is right here on 30A, $700,000, yep. 3 bed, 3 bath. That's a great place to get a foothold in this market make some money, have some renters pay for things, rent it out, come down with a family, make memories. And then, maybe in the next 10, 15 years, you sell. I mean, there's different price points down here.
Yeah, I think a good point that we both mentioned is this one is $700,000, but that's not what you need to have up front. Like, you don't have to have $700,000 sitting in your back pocket. You only need the money for the down payment, and you have that, and then you'll have your spot here at the beach.
Yeah, and I mean, 38, I mean, there's plenty of options. I mean, let's take a look at this one right here. This one's around, I think, 1.2, 1.3. I mean, This is a renter gold mine here. Where this is when I look at this house, I see, a place where I'm going to come down a few times a year with the wife and kids, have some fun. And then while I'm not here, this is going to be rented out by families from all over the country, come and enjoy the 38 weather and enjoy all the vibes. And so this is the place for that. I mean, I think this house is a perfect middle ground for everyone to make all of those things happen.
Yeah, the first thing I think whenever I look at this house, it's going to be a rental monster. This thing is definitely going to be booked probably year round. And then when you're ready to come use it, you have it here.
Yeah. And then when we talk about 38, I mean, that's kind of an area down here where if you do have the extra resources and you want something, we have houses down here on 38 that, you can go all in on something like this where you're going to be paying, close to $15 million, but you're going to have your own spot at the beach where private pool right there. I mean, probably 8-9 bedrooms. I mean, this is kind of, the upper echelon of the market down here. But this just goes to show that there's entry level points. There's different price points at all kinds of avenues where, if you want a piece of this action, you want to come down here and make those memories, have renters pay for your stuff. There are avenues to take, and there is property for you down here.
Yeah, 38 West is truly great. Like you said, there are so many avenues of entry, not only price point, but also the areas. There's so much diversity here in 38 West.
Yeah. I mean, let's take a look here. This is Seaside Square. If you ever seen the Truman Show, this is where this was filmed. I mean, this is the place down here. I mean, all these restaurants right here against the Gulf, all this shopping.
Yeah, whenever I think of Seaside, I think of everyone wearing the Seaside sweatshirts. Everyone knows what Seaside is. And I feel like most people, when they want to go on vacation, Seaside's the place to be. Everyone knows where it is. Everyone knows what's down there. And if you don't, you come down here once and you fall in love with it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I mean, everyone knows the Seaside. I mean, there's other places in 38 West. I mean, here's watercolor right here. All the houses are kind of that pastel watercolor-esque coloring, so they all fit the vibe. There's restaurants that match that. There's shopping. There's nightlife. It's kind of the whole package down here because, I mean, one good thing about being down here on the Emerald Coast is all the beaches look like this. I mean, it's beautiful. The water's emerald. The beaches are white. What makes 38 different is it's got its own little, community where it's a different vibe from anywhere else you've ever been.
It is. Yeah. I was actually talking to a client over the phone and they asked, are the beaches different in 38 and Destin and Miramar? And no, all the beaches are the same, but the towns and the areas are different. You're going to have different restaurants, different buildings, different homes, but everything has its own vibe. So there's something for everyone here.
Yeah. And I mean, the shopping, the experiences, I mean, it's kind of the talk of the town. People down where we're from, your yearly trip to Seaside down to 38 is kind of the big deal. And so that's how it is. And, I think 38, once again, harping back to that conversation I had with that buyer, I mean, it was just the perfect fit for him. He loved the vibe. He loved how everything was going on. And he had property down here where he could come down with his family, have amazing experiences at the beach, going out to eat with his family. And then while he's not here and he's back off in the middle of the country, someone else is paying for it.
Like Jackson mentioned, 38 West is very unique. You're going to have a spot for everyone, so many things to do, different entry points to get your foot in the door. It's a great place for our lifestyle investors who want a place here at the beach, and while they're not here, have renters paying for it. So next week, we're actually going to be talking about 38 East. They're kind of in the same area, but they are a little different, just like all the little towns. So next week, we're going to be covering that. And we're also going to be continuing to talk to specifically our lifestyle investors, people who want to have a place here at the beach. So yeah, I think that's all that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Kailey Fuzy.
I'm Jackson Stanford.
And we're with Keller Williams Realty at the Beach Team. And we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Thanks.